Now, this was a screen that was I was sharing with you. This was one word. We were on the vocabulary portion. This was a one word, and all the one words are related to death, right? See, beer, pyre, graveyard, cremated, crematorium, cenotaph, mausoleum, epitaph, obituary, cadaver, corpse, carcass, embalmment or embalm, years, euthanasia, autopsy or postmortem, mortuary, morgue, intestate. See, this is a long list of these words. Is there any problem regarding these words?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, this time there will be another thing, another list through which we can adopt so much words within just a bit of time.
বলছিলাম যে স্যার মানে আমাদের কি ভার্বাল নন ভার্বাল কমিউনিকেশন এগুলো কি আমাদের আছে এবারে সিলেবাসে?
So far I have seen this is not included in your syllabus.
আমাদের স্যার মানে সিএসসি তে ম্যাম দিয়েছিল কোশ্চেন, ওই জন্য জিজ্ঞাসা করছি, আমরাও তো ঠিকঠাক জানি।
Verbal non-verbal communication.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see your
7C something like that.
7C. Okay. Okay, let me see the syllabus again. Now, in your syllabus, this is a fast portion that is vocabulary building. 1.1. Concept of the words, formation, compounding, back formation, clipping, blending. 1.2. Article 1.2. Root words from foreign languages and their use in English. 1.3. Acquaintance with prefixes and suffixes from foreign languages in English to form derivatives, synonyms, antonyms, standard abbreviations, acronyms. Now, number 2, basic writing skill. There is a sentence structure, simple, complex, compound, use of phrases and clauses and tense and sentences, transformation of sentences, active, passive, and narrations, right? Now, creating coherence, creating cohesion, technique for writing precisely. Fine. Number 3, identifying common errors in writing. This is a pretty large portion. Identifying the common errors, subject-verb agreement, noun-pronoun agreement, misspelled modifiers, now prepositions, cliches, etc. Now, in number 4, nature and style of sensible writing, describing, defining, classifying, providing examples or evidence. Now, writing introduction and conclusion. So this is a part of writing where we can exercise our descriptive skills. And the last one, that is 5, writing practices like comprehension, précis writing, essay writing, business letter writing, etc. So this was, this is the wholesome syllabus that is actually forwarded to me, right? যে জিজ্ঞেস করছিল আমাকে, the person who was asking me, আমি বোঝাতে পারলাম কি? Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the thing. Now, actually, a verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So this is definitely, it is a part of your syllabus, but probably it is included in the GI syllabus. I don't know. I do not have a clear idea of this non-verbal or verbal communication. Probably this is included in GI. So far I know. Okay. Now Let me see. Have a quick look at these words again. Today, I'll be discussing about the error correction portion. This is really a large portion, and you need to work hard on this particular part. Now, this is the one word that is regarding professions, person and professions. When we mean acrobat, so it is very easy to remember that an acrobat is supposed to show some gymnastics, mainly for the purpose of entertainment and earning money. A professional gymnast is called an acrobat, right? One who performs gymnastics to entertain people. This is acrobat. Now, see, astronaut, A-S-T-R-O-N-A-U-T, astronaut, an acrobat. These are the words we often confuse, but there is a complete different pronunciation and spelling of the word astronaut, right? Next, peddler. I mean, more confusing. The word had a different meaning from the aspect of its original formation. When we mean peddler, right? P-E-D, this refers to leg or feet. Now, from feet, the word comes peddler. Peddler means a worker who goes door to door to sell things. It was the original meaning. A worker or a person who goes door to door to sell things, several articles. The person is called peddler in the sense of a hawker. But the thing is that in today's world, the meaning of the word has actually been changed into a person who professionally mishandles drugs. সোজা কথায় আমরা এখানে কি পাচ্ছি जो मतलब कि ड्रग्स बिकते हैं illegal way में unlawfully who sells drugs, right? The person is called peddler. Now, peddle, this is a verb. Try to sell goods by going from house to house. Now, V2, this is again the verb form of the word peddle, to spread or promote something. Something means it may be an idea, a religious idea, something very positive. It may be something which is related to rumor, who spreads rumor. So peddling means this. If someone says, don't peddle, panic among the students regarding examination, এই যে বলা হচ্ছে. So this is a very clear and I mean a decisive way of using the words peddle. Don't peddle rumor, don't peddle panic among the students, right? And there is another definition of the word peddle, a person going door to door to sell articles. Next is word tinker, very important word. It has come several times in your examination. That is tinker. One repairs steel products is called tinkers. Now, itinerant mender of household utensils. The person is equally competent in mending or repairing utensils, right? Number B, a person belonging to a group with no fixed home that travels from place to place. In the way we call them nomadic. Itinerant, who travels from here to there without settling down anywhere. Now, these persons are also called tinker in modern English. A nomadic, jajabor, আমরা যাকে বলি, or itinerant, who travels from, place to place without settling down anywhere, right? So in both of the ways, the word tinker can be placed. Now, it is more important to know the word as tinker as a mender of steel products or the seller of steel products. Next, confectioner. So this word is very common to you, confectioner, confectionery. Whenever the word confection is there, automatically we must relate the word to what? One who sells sweets and cakes. Astronaut, as I have said you already, one who travels in spacecraft is called astronaut. Astronomer, see, astro, this is enough to define the word. When as the prefix we have astro, we must be very confident about the idea of the word that it is going to be related with activities of space, right? Space, that is astro, astra. So astronaut, one who travels in spacecraft. Astronomer, who observes these activities of space, the stars, planets, etc. And they're engaged in scientific researches regarding this. They're called astronomer. Don't confuse astrology with it, right? I have not written it down. Sorry. Astrology, right? So what is astrology? What is the difference between astronomy and astrology? Tell me the difference.
Astronomy, science, astrology, pseudoscience.
Yes, exactly. Astronomy is a science, astrology is a pseudoscience. Astrology, this is a different part of our pseudo-scientific calculation through which we determine the future of a person. So this is astrology. Now, drover, what we call a drover. Drover is one who deals in cattle. Cattle means those bovine, exactly, animals. গবাদি পশু, bovine animals. এর যারা ব্যবসা করে তাদেরকে usually we call drover, one who drove. Droving is a profession, D-R-O-V-E, right? Now it is D-R-A-P-A, draper, one who deals in garments. पोशाकेर व्यवसाय जिन्नी करें, जो मतलब कपड़ा फपड़ा ये सब की मतलब जो डीलिंग करते इसको ट्रेड करते, इसके ऊपर ट्रेड करते, इसको कहते हैं ड्रेपर. Now, draping, to hang clothes or clothing loosely on somebody or something. That's a different meaning of the word draping. Draping means wrapping. Wrap something up. This is the root word, drip or drap. In US, it is a tradition to call it drip. But in UK, the pronunciation is draping, right? So the thing is clear. And we have two examples consecutively. She had a shawl wrapped around her shoulders. She wrapped her arms around his neck, right? That is extending someone's arm around one's neck. So this is wrap, right? Now, the next word is florist. Very simple. The words, this is the derivative of the word flower. From the flower, it is floral. We call floral design, right? Now, florist, not florist, actually, it's now FLORIST, florist. One who deals in flower is called florist. One who cuts and polishes precious stones is called lapidist. Now, it is very difficult to break lapidist into the morph and suffix. We call lapidist. IST is clear to us. The word lapidist comes from the word lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a very precious stone from where the water has been formed. Stoker. Next, stoker means what? One who maintains fire in steam. I mean, steam engine is called stoker, right? Stoking is an activity. Supplying, I mean, fuel to the steam engine is called, or any kind of oven is called stoking. From stoking, the word comes stoker. Stevedore or docker. One who loads and unloads ships. Kalashi, right? So this is called stevedore or docker. Now we have somnambulist, somniloquist. The word comes from somnia, sleep or slumber. Now, have we already discussed it with you? Somehow I can remember that.
No, sir. No, sir.
Not, okay. Now, the word is somnia. Somnia means what? See, insomnia, this is a disease we know. Insomnia, this is lack of sleep. Somebody is suffering from a problem that the person, however he or she wants, is unable to sleep. That is called insomnia. A person is suffering from insomnia. So we know what is somnia. Now see, bullism, and that is a practice of walking. Now see, somnambulist, matlab kya nikala hai? One who walks in sleep, right? Ghumer moddhe hata, right? A very famous Indian cricketer, ex-cricketer and batsman, who was a victim of somnambulist. Can you name him? A very famous Indian batsman, Sachin Tendulkar, somnambulist. ঘুমের মধ্যে মাঝে সাঝে হেঁটে চলে যেত হোটেল লবিতে. Now, somniloquist, one who talks in sleep. And how the word have been information, that is somnia. This origin is clear to us. Now, the next is what? Loquist, L-O-Q-U-I-S-T. Now, IST is clear to us. IST means a person. Now, rest is L-O-Q-U-E. This is the root word. Lock. See, whether it is lock or whether it is L-O-G-U-E, right?
Lodge.
Log, L-O-G-U-E. Both mean in the same way. See, it means conversation. It means having a talk. Kotha bola, bate karna. That is log or lock origin. So talking in sleep is called somniloquist, right? And the act of talking in one's sleep, that is somniloquism. The disease is called somniloquism, or the habit is called somniloquism, and the person is called somniloquist. It's very clear. Somnilocence. This is informal. Informal means this is not a written word. According to dictionary, somnilocence is informal use. That is, it is not a English of a learned man, right? This is also noun, somnilocence. Clear? Now think, locky,
Sir,
right? Right, Bolo?
hello, sir.
Sure.
Uh, Sir, I have a question that the meaning of lock is LOQUE and LOGUE. Both are meant to utter something or talk. Both are same.
Exactly. Exactly. Both are same. Like when you say, see, it's a very common to you. Now, in our day-to-day life, when we say something very informally, like bhat bokish na to. Now, do you find the word bhat in dictionary?
No, sir.
Bhat কথাটা পাবে না. So this is informal use, right? So এই যে আমি বলছি informal use means what? This is colloquial language. So we call it colloquial, the word or the expression which we use in our day-to-day conversation. That is called colloquial. See, again, colloquial. Q-U-I-A-L. Colloquial. See, again, Q-U-E, right? L-O-Q-E-V. Colloquial. Right? Now say,
Got it.
soliloquy. See, we know colloquial. C-O-L-O-Q-U-I-A-L, colloquial. Now, again, soliloquy. See, again, lock is there. Now, we have soli as a prefix. This soli comes from what? S-O-L-E, soul. S-O-L-E, soul. Now, try to relate the word soul, soul. Where have you find the word soul, soul? Where have you heard soul? What does soul means?
The shoelace or
Huh? No, that is shoal. This is a different thing. See, the word comes from solo. Solo performance, duet performance. Solo means what?
single or one.
Single. That is means being one. Right? Personally, you are performing something. That's why we call it solo. Like when we say you are solely responsible. You are right.
And the only himself.
Right, solely responsible. That means you were only person who is responsible for this. That means solo. That means being single, alone. Now, soliloquy. Lock means having a conversation. Now, soliloquy means what? Shagotokti, talking to oneself. Nije nije kotha bola. Clear?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes.
Right? So you got colloquial, soliloquy. Likewise, monologue. Now figure it out. Monologue. How can we break it? Come on.
Mono means
Mono means single, one. Speak
single.
out. There's no point of being feared.
Single word. Single word.
Log means conversation.
Conversation.
Whereas
Single
mono means
conversation.
one.
One-sided conversation.
One that is talking to oneself. Same thing like soliloquy.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's a very simple one, monologue. Now see, dialogue. Dia means what?
Dia means
Talking
two.
with the other person.
Right, exactly. Talking with other person. Dia means two-way conversation. Very simple. Now see, prologue. That may be unheard of. You may not heard this word before. Prologue. Still, if you want, you can relate. Log is common to you. Conversation. Pre, pro. What does it mean?
Pre matlab to
Hmm.
past, matlab before.
Before, right? Which happens before something, right? That is called pre or pro. So prologue. Prologue is a kind of verse or poem. And I mean something written in the form of a poem or verse, specially placed, or it is sung before a performance like drama. I think it is an ancient form of writing a piece of drama. Before drama, this particular prologue is sung, communicating the audience with the theme of this particular play. That is called prologue. এরকম বলে না সে শুনো শুনো এই কথা করি বর্ণন, someone who has appeared in the stage and singing loudly that this is going to be the today's performance. So this is called prologue, right? In Bengali, we call it প্রাককথন, গৌরচন্দ্রিকা, ভূমিকা, বলি না?
So
Right?
it's an introduction to the play or
Right, it is an introduction with the thing we are going to witness, right? So this is called prologue. And a thing that happens in the last, I mean, at the end of the play, that is called
epilogue.
very good. Now you are coming with me. Epilogue. Now, epi, the word is clear. End, log, clear. This is a simple, I mean, formation of word, right? So, soliloquy, unlock, epilogue, prologue, everything is clear. Now, the next word is mercenary, assassin. Now, who is mercenary? Mercenary has a completely different interpretation. Still, mercenary means in this way also. One who is hired to kill somebody is called mercenary. Professional killer, supari killer. In today's language, we call it supari killer, right? A professional murderer is called mercenary. N-A-R-Y. It is not N-E-R-Y, right? Again, there is a word called assassin, but assassin has a different explanation. An assassin is also a mercenary, a professional murderer. But the thing is that he is involved in high-profile murder. So you may ask me the question, how murder can be high-profile? That means murder is not high-profile. The person who is related to this activity, the person who is the target is, I mean, the person belongs to this elite class, right? Virat, matlab rahis ghar ka log hai. Now, when the person is skilled with some, I mean, hatching a plot with a very good conspiracy, I mean, not good, I mean, a very heinous conspiracy, then we call it assassination. Gupta hotta. Usually in case of political murder, in case of murder that is associated with the royal family, we call it assassination. Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, Indira Gandhi assassination case, right? So this is assassination. Now we can obviously connect to the theme assassination. There is a movie also, Assassinator. I don't know whether you have seen this, right? No, see.
Yes, sir. Heard.
Exactly. Mercenary. Noun. A soldier had to fight in a foreign army. Now, today it is not in practice. We do not see such activity. But really, in First World War and the time before the First World War, it was a tradition of fighting, right? Fighting is always associated with something which is superior, chivalrous. One who is not a coward can fight, right? And fighting was a profession. It doesn't mean whether you were fighting for your own country. A professional soldier who will pay much, who will pay more, the fighter will fight for this particular group or nation, right? So this kind of activity is called also mercenary. In George Bernard Shaw's drama, Arms and a Man, the protagonist, the hero of the play, Bluntsley, right? He is not a Serbs, but he fights for the Serbs. So this is called mercenary.
Sir?
No, right? Hannibal.
Sir, a soldier hired to fight in a foreign army is mercenary. মানে হচ্ছে ওরা গ্রুপ অফ পিপল মানে যারা গভর্নমেন্টের আন্ডারে নয় বাট গভর্নমেন্ট তাদেরকে হায়ার করে যুদ্ধের জন্য মানে তাদের
Exactly. মানে you cannot connect this particular thing with today's scenario. In our country, it is not possible that a Russian soldier will fight for us. But there was a time when it was a fact. See, like you reside in Bangladesh, right? You were by birth a Bangladeshi, but you were fighting for Pakistan army, but you were fighting for Sri Lankan army, right? But in today's world, it is not possible unless you have taken the citizenship of a country, right? বুঝতে পারলাম কি বলতে চাইছি?
Yes, sir.
So that means mercenary.
Exactly. Now, adjective. Concerned with making money or gaining professional advantage. This is number 2. That is a secondary meaning of the word. We call monetary, and in the same way call it mercenary. There is absolutely no difference between mercenary and monetary or financial. See, as adjective, the word means in a completely different way. Concerned with making money or gaining personal advantage, mercenary. I have a mercenary interest in this project, so I have invested money. I've invested money. मैंने मंडवाली किया, मैंने क्या किया कि पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया. क्यों किया? What is my purpose? That I am going to make money out of this, right? This is mercenary interest. पैसे से मतलब है. Clear? Example, society is accused of being too mercenary, right? मतलब आजकल का मतलब वर्ड क्या हो गया? এখন মানে জগৎ কেমন হয়ে গেছে, সমাজ কেমন হয়ে গেছে? It is becoming mercenary, very professional. One who is not paid is not going to show interest in anything, right? Unless the person is paid. কিচ্ছু করবে না. So this is a very ill effect of the society. Now, soldiers on foot is called infantry. See, there is no calculation, there is no relation with infant. Infant is related to infant, we know. There is children or child. But infantry is a different profession. Soldiers on foot, Podatik Bahini. In Bengali, we say it Podatik Bahini, who is trained to fight on foot. And on the other hand, a soldiers who is trained to fight on horseback, right, used to be called cavalry. There's another word. It's called artillery, infantry, cavalry, artillery. Artillery is what? Soldiers
Aman.
who belong, exactly, who belong to the armed force.
Guns
Right?
fire.
Actum. Those who are professional in dealing with gun firing. They are called artillery. Fine. One who studies things of past is called antiquarian. The word comes from antique, you know. Anything antique that belongs to, used to belong to the previous time, earlier time, but it is not. See, when we call antique, it is valuable, but not used now. It doesn't mean that it is no longer in use, so discarded. It has no value. Anting is something very superior one, which we now cannot afford, right? So that is antique. Antique design, antique clock, right? Antique pen. Now, antiquary. No, this is the same thing. Now, one who these are the doctors who treats different diseases. Ophthalmologist, we know, who deals with the diseases of eyes. Now, the word is related to optics or optical, right? From optical or optics, this is ophthalmal, an ophthalmologist, right? Next is oculist. From eye, the word turns into ocular. Ocular is, write it down, adjective, and the noun is eye. If you're asked that what is the adjective form of the word eye, now it will be ocular. From eye, it is ocular. Now, see the word binocular. Binocular, right? Now, in this word, we have ocular. Now see, bi. What does this bi means?
Two.
Two. So binoculars has two lenses, right? That's why it is called binoculars. Simple. Oculist, who treats the diseases of eyes. So ophthalmal, from ophthalmologist, oculist. Now, dermatologist, it is related to derma, D-E-R-M-A, derma. This is the root word. One who treats skin diseases, that is called derma. Derma means skin. Epidermis, endodermis, right? These are layers of skin. Clear? Now, dermatologist, experts in skin diseases. Cardiologist,
Heart is
right? Now, cardio. Now, cardio is what? Related to heart. Do you remember any word that is related to cardio, which we use in our language? Not related to medical terms, but still we use in English.
স্যার এই খেলার আগে কার্ডিও করে করে না?
No, this is related to I mean a medical usage of the word, that is cardiovascular exercise, cardio exercise. This is a thing which is very common,
Yes, yes, sir.
related to health. But see, we have cordial. Don't we say cordial? Cordial relation, antorik, very hearty, right? Honest relation, intimate relation. That is called cordial. That comes from heart, right?
Cordial welcome.
Yes, cordial
Mm.
welcome.
Mm.
Exactly. There's a drink called lemon cordial, right? Clear? Now, gynecologist. It's clear to you. Gyno. Any word, any prefix, gyno, that must be related to woman.
ওমেন।
Exactly. See, can you tell me what is gynocracy?
মহিলাতন্ত্র।
Gynocracy.
ওমেন মহিলাতন্ত্র।
মহিলা তন্ত্র, exactly, ঠিকই বলেছো, খারাপ কিছু বলোনি। Gynocracy, that is a government that is formed by women and run by women, and that is called gynocracy. A whole government that is run by women is called gynocracy. Very simple. We can call it gynarchy also, right? Pediatric or pediatrician. Now, see, make a change in the spelling of the word. The word is more popular. I mean, it will be more pure spelling will be pediatric. The spelling is P-E-A-D, right? Pediatrician, pediatric. This is modern English, right? In US, we call it PED. But according to British spelling, it is P-E-A-D-I, pediatric. See, the origin is P-E-A-D, ped. Any word that is related to ped is related to child. That must be related to child. And when the word is ped, P-E-D, already I have discussed it, that is related to leg or feet. Like, suppose, tell me what is pedicure?
পায়ের
Yes,
Leg.
girls are more acquainted with this. মেয়েরা অনেক বেশি এই বিষয়টা বোঝে। So এই যে পায়ের চর্চা, we call it pedicure, manicure. And this is the treatment of nails, related to nail arts. হাতের হলে আমরা বলছি manicure. In case of feet, we call it pedicure, right? Very simple one. Now, paddle, right? আমরা বলি paddle boat.
প্যাডেল মানে সাইকেল প্যাডেল।
Yes, yeah, exactly. That is run by an instrument which is forced by feet, right? That is called paddle. If we mix it like PEAD with PD, like American do, this is an utter confusion, right? So they have the power, they can do this, they can do whatever they want in spelling, in English, right? In American English, the spelling of football is F-U-T-B-O-L, football. Utter nuisance, right? They call color, C-O-L-O-R. No, you were there. Very, difficult to understand, right? Now, orthopedic, we know orthopedic. Ortho must be related to bones, bones and muscles, right? Orthopedic. Now, orthodontist. Now, we often confuse it. Orthodontist is a dentist who deals with helping teeth or to grow it straight. Orthodontist. Like I have a very bad arrangement of teeth. Dracula's moto amar dant. Charpashe beriye ache. So it is a responsibility of an orthodontist to make it in shape. Right? In this age, it is not possible. Had I gone to them in my earlier age, it could have been a good arrangement. Now, orthodontist. Next is nephrologist. Kidney. It comes from nephron, right? Urologist. That is related to urinary system. So very common. Endocrinologist. One who treats diseases of endocrine glands. That means an endocrinologist treats the diseases of diabetes, hormonal problem. So this, secretion is coming out of this exocrine gland, endocrine glands. So gland-related disease, right? That is related to endocrinologist. Now, we have hepatologist. Very easy to understand. Liver, hepatitis, right? This is a disease related to what? Inflammation of liver. Liver liver becomes palpable. That's why we call it hepatitis. Anything, tis means what? Infection and inflammation. Tonsillitis, spondylitis, hepatitis. So this tis means inflammation and infection, right? So very simple one. Laryngitis, when the infection comes in the throat, in the lower portion of the throat, in the vocal cord, we call it laryngitis. Pharyngitis. It is the upper vocal cord, right? Very simple. Now, oncologist, cancer. Now, oncocells, right? Oncogene, that is responsible for, causing cancer in the body, oncocells, right? So fine. So we have this list. Now, today, I will send you all these documents to the madam, so she can provide you perfectly according to your need, right? And now I'm going to show you error correction. How can it be? See. Hello.
Sir, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Am I audible?
Sure.
Hello, sir.
Hello. I can hear you properly.
Sir, actually, I have a question regarding this one-word answer. That is, in exam, it will come like give one-word answers for the following questions, or we have to derive the root word after, and then after we will give the answer.
It can come in several ways. There may be a scope that the word is directly given to you and you need to explain out of 4 options, right? Now, it can be related to picking and choosing the formation of the word, I mean the root word, right? Out of 4 options, you have to choose the perfect root, right? It may come in a different way also. Suppose there's a word called philanthropist, right? The word is given in segregation. That is, you have already been given the word with some breaking, with some, I mean, clipped forms. Now you have to find out which clipped form is correct. Like, suppose if it is philanthropist. Now the perfect clip should be what? Philia, Philia, anthrop plus anthrop, anthrop plus ist. This is the perfect clipping.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, this same clipping will be given to you in 4 forms. 3 will be incorrect. Only 1 will be correct. This is a very, I mean, latest trend of setting your question. So in case of 1 word, you'll be given in these 3 ways, right?
Okay, so it means like breaking each word.
Right, right. Now let me show you the error correction. This is a very interesting thing. All right. See. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
No. This is a way how you get it in your question paper. This is error correction. A sentence is given in segmented form. You have to pick the incorrect portion from the given segregation, or it may come in a different way also. You will be asked to find out the perfect sentence out of 4 options. That means the same sentence will be written in 3 different forms. And the last option will be no improvement, right? If you find this, the question which is given to you, the sentence which is given to you is perfect in form, there is no change which would be made into the sentence, then your answer would be D. That means no improvement, no further improvement is required, right? In 2 ways, you can get it. Now, this is a fast sentence. Law and order of the state have collapsed completely, right? So you were well enough to understand the meaning of the sentence. আইন শৃঙ্খলা পরিস্থিতি ভেঙে পড়েছে সম্পূর্ণরূপে, मतलब ये collapse कर गया. Now, law and order of the state have collapsed completely. Do you find any error in the sentence? And if you do not find, now your answer is no error. That is D. Clear? Now tell me, where is the problem in the sentence?
Have
Lo-
হবে না।
have হবে না. Okay, why? I have not challenged you, right? আমাকে বলো কেন হবে না? Your answer is correct, 100% correct. Now tell me why.
collapsed এর আগে have or has হয় না। বলতে পারবো না।
Your answer is 100% correct. We need to mend it. We need to rectify this. Here we should have has. Law and order of the state has collapsed completely. Now, first you tell me, which verb is singular? Has or have?
State
No. Which verb is
Has.
singular? Has or have? Has.
has
This is singular. And have is plural. Now see, in a sentence, how we can determine the number of a verb? Who will tell us that this verb will be singular and this will be plural? Who has the authority?
স্টেটের ব্যাপারে কথা হচ্ছে, দা স্টেটের ব্যাপারে কথা হচ্ছে।
Yes, exactly. That means this is the subject. This is a subject portion. In our sentence, we have subject. Next, the part in between is called verb. That means have collapsed. And the rest part is called object. So this is a very basic of making a sentence. Now, verb will be determined by the subject. Verb will decide whether my verb, subject will determine, object will decide whether my verb will be singular or plural. If my subject is singular, verb will be singular. So if subject is plural, verb will be plural. Simple. Now, law and order. It appears that my subject is law and then my subject is order. Yes, definitely. Law is a different thing, order is a different thing. But when you use it in the sentence, law and order of the state, আমরা কি বোঝাচ্ছি? What do we mean? This is the condition, present condition of the state. আইন শৃঙ্খলা পরিস্থিতি, right? So this is a single condition. This is a single state which we are talking about, right? আমরা একটা বিষয় সম্পর্কে কথা বলছি, law and order of the state. So it's very natural to be singular verb. Law and order of the state has collapsed. It can never be plural. Like, see, if I write time and tide, weight and weights for
Wait,
none. Now, tell me which one is correct.
Wait, only.
Okay, according to her, it is wait. Now, what about others?
Sir, it will be waits for now.
Waits for none. Okay, fine.
Waits for none.
Waits for none. Fine. The answer is waits for none.
Because the subjects are time and tide, both are representing the same scenario or the idea. Like,
Yes, both represent the same thing, right? It may appear the subjects are different. Time and tide. They are two things altogether. But the thing is that we have a singular idea. We call it complementary subjects. Time stands for tide and tide stands for time, right? Time and tide waits for none, and waits is a singular. So being a singular verb, it must be the correct option. Clear? Okay, fine. Now come
yes,
to the next one. And the audience were getting impatient with the delay, and it started leaving the hall. So where is the problem?
It started, they started.
They started. Okay, fine. Let me see this. Just a minute. Number two. The audience were getting impatient with the delay, and it started leaving the hall. This question is really tricky. See, I need to show you some examples. So I'm going to make the screen off and presenting you the another one.
sir,
Sure.
I have a question. That is, in these kind of sentences,
Hmm.
we just need to find out the error and rewrite the sentence once again, or just we will
No,
write the
no, no,
option.
no. You are liable for only pointing out the error. You don't have to, bother about the correction of the sentence. If you are able to point out the portion where the error lies, you are starting to get the marks, right?
Okay, sir.
There is no question of rewriting or mending the sentence. Still, we need to understand it, because if you are confident, if you were, certain about the thing that rectification of the sentence will be like this, then automatically your confidence will soar in such a height that in your examination, it will be very, less time taking for you. Time management is a very important one, which you should always remember. See, so this is a blank document.
Yes.
See, see, couple, audience, jury, gentry. These are the words or organization.
So party can be there.
Party, right? committee, party, commission. These are collective nouns, right? Now see, we have another group of collective nouns, like
স্যার জুরির পর কি লিখেছেন এটা?
gentry, G-E-N-T-R-Y, gentry.
মানে স্যার এটা?
Gentry means a body of noblemen, Bhadra Mahodayagণ, a herd of cattle, like
bunch of flower.
a bunch of flower, rather a bouquet of flowers, right? A flock of birds, right? This is also another set of collective nouns. Now, this is a big question. How can a collective noun be used in a sentence when it comes to the question of a verb? How are they going to determine the verb in a sentence, whether it will be singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. Okay. See, that depends. That depends. Like, if it is written that the couple dash went to their duties. Next, the couple dash engaged in making the project successful, right? I'll personally ask you, no, has or have, is or are. Don't rush to answer me. I will personally ask you by name. Okay, let me see. Oh, I cannot ask you personally because your name is not showing. Okay, no issue. You tell me. The couple dash gone to their duties. Now, what will be your answer?
Has gone to the.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody who differs? Now, let me assume that all of you are on the same boat. You are going to answer in this way.
Sir,
So your answer is have. Now you need to explain me, right? Okay, no issue. Now come to the next one. The couple dash engaged in making the project successful. So what is your answer?
Is.
Is. Okay. And the rest are
Is.
is. Okay. Now first
Is,
let me okay. Now first let me answer you. These are the answers. Now see how you have gone to this conclusion that there will be plural and there will be singular. Tell me.
sir.
Hmm.
May I tell you, sir?
Sure, sure.
Because in the first sentence, it's given the couple dash gone to their duties. Means the couple have their different perspective or different profession to which they have chosen. So, which are not
Exactly.
same.
That means
That's why
here the
it's
couple are
singular.
meant to do their duties separately.
Yes, sir.
And they're assigned different duties. They're not engaged in a single activity, right?
Hmm.
And in the next one, the
Uh,
couple dash engaged in making the project successful. That means this
Here they are
couple,
involved into a single
yes,
activity
they're involved in the single activity,
of the
in a
project.
single project. This is the parameter, this is the criteria on which you have to answer. Whenever it is given that it is a collective noun, right? You need to stop for a moment and see whether the members of the collective nouns are doing in the same direction, are doing the same job, or they are doing something different. This will be your know-how. Then you decide, right? You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Now come to the question. Right. The audience were getting impatient with the delay and it started leaving the hall. Now, according to you, sorry. Now, according to you, audience, this collective noun, right? How the character of the collective noun is, whether it is singular or plural.
Plural.
Mm,
Audience.
now determine whether the members of the collective noun are engaged in the single activity or different activities.
Singular.
Yes, they all are living. I mean, most of them, not all. Audience were getting impatient. That means all were getting impatient,
Singular.
right? Then we have to change the verb. Very simple one. The audience was getting impatient with the delay and it started leaving the hall. It is correct. Singular. See, this is given as a trap. In most of the cases, candidates will answer that in place of it, it will be they. They started leaving the hall. This is an utter falsification, right? See the trick of the question.
Yes, got it.
Okay. Now, all the participants, it is a clear question to you. Are you getting any interest in this? I mean, am I clear enough to make you understand what is happening here?
Yes, sir.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, sir.
But your participation proceeds in a different way. Day by day, the members who are attending the class is getting less. Some point of time it will be zero, and I will be only person who will teach and who will understand. I don't know why. Anyway,
It's
see,
interesting.
Sir, what is the meaning of NE in the last?
no error.
Oh,
If you find no error in the sentence, your answer should be D. And this will, sorry, this is given in the direction portion only. See, if the sentence is free from error, your answer is no error. That means D. Right? Now,
Sir,
huh.
I have a question. Sir. In that case, we will only write the option D, or just
Only option D. Only option D.
no error. That is
Option D means no error.
focus.
Okay. Now, I have seen each of the boys with their parents. I've seen each of the boys with their parents. So where is the problem? A wonderful sentence. Wonderful sentence. It must be a challenge to you. Like a detective story.
sir, each of the boys or each of the boy?
Sir, each of the boy maybe.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay. Fine, let me explain it. Again, I have to go back to the blank page. This is a problem in this platform.
Each of the boy is
Okay. Sorry. See. Every students deserve an elaborate explanation. Right. Let us consider it to be a complete sentence. Every student deserve an elaborate explanation. Right? मतलब कि हर एक को एक elaborate explanation की जरूरत है, वो डिजर्व करते हैं ये स्टूडेंट होने के नाते, मतलब कि एक ड्यूटी है जो उसको पढ़ा रहे हैं कि elaborate explanation हो सके. ठीक है? Now, tell me, where is error in the sentence? How can we improve the sentence?
এভরি বলা হয়েছে মতলব প্রত্যেক মানে ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি প্রত্যেকের কথা বলা হয়েছে।
Exactly.
ডিজার্ভ শুধু লেখা হয়েছে।
Deserve লেখা হয়েছে. Is it right? See, there are several
Every
events.
student deserves.
Exactly. Now the sentence is correct.
Deserves.
Every student, not students. Deserves, not deserve. Now, this is the subject, right? In subject portion, we have every. When we write every or each, right? Then my noun or pronoun, whatever it would be, will be singular. Every student, every bag, every mobile, every classroom, right? Now, it is a turn of verb. This verb will be singular also, right? It is very easy to understand. Clear? Every student deserves is a singular verb, right? Because a singular verb agrees with a singular subject. I'm talking about every student, though we mean all, still it is a different. What is the difference? See, all plus noun or pronoun in the same way. This should be what? Plural. All students. If I had written it as all, then my verb should be what? All students. D-E-S-E-R-V-E, deserve.
Deserve.
Right, plural verb. All students, all students deserve. This is a simple way to understand. Here is the difference between every, each, and all. Now, come to another expression. We have another way of expressing this every. Like, like if I
So,
say,
can we use like many of the students or many of?
many has a different interpretation. I'll come to this.
Oh, okay.
Now tell me, what will be your option? Each of the tree or trees has or have flowers. You have to choose from this.
Each of the tree has flowers.
Each of the tree has flowers. Is there anybody who differs from this answer? No. Now the thing is that, see, when we add each.
Hello.
Hello. Then of the.
Sir, hello, sir.
Continue. You continue. Ask me.
Sir, each of the trees. Yes, sir. This question answer.
Each of the trees
Sir, each of the trees has flower.
has flowers. Yes, this is the right one. I'm going to explain it, right? Each plus of the. Then there is noun, right? Now, this noun will be plural. Write it clearly, right? I have given you in the form of a text diagram so that it will be easier for you to understand. Plus, now it is the turn of a verb. And this verb remains singular always, right? The change which happens here, the only change which happens here is the inclusion of the. মাঝখানে of the ঢুকে গেছে, बीच में ये घुस गया of the. तो घुसने से चेंज क्या हुआ? What does it result in? बस हमें ये noun थोड़ा चेंज हो गया है. क्या चेंज?
That becomes plural.
Trees.
No.
Each of the trees. हर एक पेड़ और पौधे. Right? Now, has is correct. Has flowers. Clear? Write it elaborately without making a shortcut, right? May I now move? Will I show the earlier slide?
Sir,
Huh.
that means here if of the has been included, then the will become plural in the sentence where each of the
noun will, yes, the consecutive noun will be changed into plural, but the verb will remain same. Verb will remain singular. Right? Okay. Let us take another example. Each of the school has taken the responsibility to promote clean water, clean future. Right? Now, this is given in this form. A, B, C, and last part D. D means no error. Right? Clear? Now, what will be your answer?
Sir, school noun. So
School noun, huh?
so it may be plural.
And maybe, not maybe, it must be
Must
plural.
be.
There is no question of maybe. After each, there is of the, right? And this noun is not optional, it is mandatory. See, after each, after every, he was starting to use a noun or pronoun. অন্য কিছু তো হতেই পারে না। সি এভরি ওয়াট, তুমি কি বলবে বলো? এভরি ওয়াট, এভরি ওয়াচ, এভরি ক্লাসরুম, एवरी पर्सन, एवरी स्टूडेंट, कुछ ना कुछ तो बोलना ही है। मतलब कि ये नाउन मतलब कोई ऑप्शनल चीज नहीं है जो हम बिठा भी सकते नहीं भी सकते, ऐसा चीज नहीं है, राइट? सो यू हैव टू यूज नाउन और प्रोनाउन। क्लियर? सी एवरी ऑफ देम or every of him, which one is correct? Every of them or every of him?
Every of him.
Every
No,
of
every
them
of
is
them, sorry. Every of us. Sorry.
exactly,
Every of them.
right? So every of them is the correct expression. It's very easy to understand, right? Okay. All right. Now come to this one. 4. Not only the Prime Minister, but also the, sorry. I have seen each of the boys with their parents. Now, where is the problem? I have seen, correct, there is no issue. Each of the, right, of the beach mein hai. Of the is placed in between. Now the next noun is plural. It is also correct. That means in this portion, we do not have any error. Now, I have seen each of the boys with their parents. See, I'm talking about each of the boys. That is singular. How can it be plural? Now, this pronoun will follow the earlier one. I'm talking about each boys. Each of the boys. हर एक. तो इसके साथ there कैसे आ सकते? So there is not compatible. The instead of there must be with his parents, as it is boys. Is it clear? I have seen each of the boys with his parents, not with their parents.
Yes, sir. He's.
In our day-to-day writing, we often make such mistake. ज्यादातर ऐसे मिस्टेक हम करते हैं। तो इंजीनियरिंग एग्जामिनेशन में क्या होते हैं कि now we do not find something which is awkward, which is something unheard of. We're not going to get this kind of question. The question will be set on our everyday usage. There will be nothing extra, I can assure you. Clear? Now, come to the next one, number 4. Not only the Prime Minister, but also the cabinet ministers has failed to succeed in winning the mind of the people. Right? मतलब कि सिर्फ प्राइम मिनिस्टर ही नहीं, उसके साथ साथ कैबिनेट मिनिस्टार्स भी, প্রধানমন্ত্রী একা না, বাকি যারা ক্যাবিনেট মিনিস্টার্স আছে তারাও কি করেছে? has failed to succeed in winning the mind of the people. मतलब মানুষের মন বুঝতে পারেনি। Clear? They have failed to understand the mind of the people. Now see, where is the error? Not only the Prime Minister, but also cabinet ministers has failed to succeed winning the mind of the people. Okay. Let me ask you the question. Tell me, which portion of the sentence is subject? Up to which portion we can consider it to be a subject?
A and B together.
A and right, exactly so. Exactly so. This is a subject. Now verb. This is verb. To succeed in winning the mind of the people. This is object. Clear? Now, this verb will be decided by the subject. Now, tell me whether the subject is singular. Not only the Prime Minister, but also the Cabinet Minister.
Singular, sir.
Singular. How can you come to the conclusion that it is singular?
Not anyone. Not the Prime Minister, not the Cabinet Minister. Not all together.
No, see, we have Prime Minister as a subject. Again, we have Cabinet Ministers as a subject. Now, the conjunction we have used is not only but also. Right? Now, we need to explain it again. Now, see. Not only, but also. Either or. Now, these are such conjunctions where we have subjects in between. Then there is verb. Then there is object. Right? Now, this verb will be determined by, see, either your parents or you dash responsible. It is your parents or you dash responsible. Is or are, which one will be correct? Tell me.
Are.
Are. Fine. Now the thing is that this verb will be determined by the subject 1, not by the subject 2. Here, subject 2 will be invalid. Condition taking. Where should we consider like this? Now see, we call them ununified conjunction. Ununified conjunction means when the conjunctions are placed in two different parts, they're not placed together in a sentence. Let us take another example. Like when we have a sentence like this, he as well as his friends dash come to me. Has or have? Which one will be your answer? He as well as his friends dash come to me. Now see, here it is a conjunction. Subject 1 is he and subject 2 is his friends. Now in this case, my verb will be determined by subject 1 and subject 2 is invalid. Oh, sorry. I had told just the opposite in the earlier case. Sorry. Clear? And as well as this is called unified conjunction. So this conjunction is placed together. Whereas not only
Unified conjunction means
this group of conjunction, like as well as, together with, along with, in spite of, so they're placed together in one place. They do not have any subject in between, right? Like neither nor, either or. We cannot place either after or. I'm sorry, or after either, right? So we cannot place it consecutively. That's why we call it ununified conjunction. And a unified conjunction is placed together, like as well as, like along with, in spite of, right? In case of unified conjunction, subject 1 must be taken to determine the verb. If the subject 1 is singular, verb will be singular. Subject 1 if plural, verb will be plural. But in this case, in ununified conjunction, verb will be determined by the second subject, right? Either your parents or you dash responsible. Either your parents or you now are responsible. Here in this case, we have same verb that will go with you and your parents. So we need not to think much, right? আমি বুঝতে পারছি কি বলতে চাইছি?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Now come to the explanation. Sure.
First subject the verb control হয় or second subject?
In case of unified conjunction, verb will be controlled by the first subject. In case of ununified conjunction, verb will be determined by the second subject.
Sir, ununified গুলো কোনগুলো, মানে যে
neither nor, either or, not only but also, like this.
Ununified.
Right.
আর ইউনিফাইড কোনগুলো স্যার?
With,
ও আচ্ছা,
together with,
ও একসাথে
along
থাকবে
with,
যেগুলো, পার্ট
একদম,
পার্টে থাকবে না। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
right. Now see the question paper. Not only the Prime Minister, now we have not only. That means what? This is a subject one, Prime Minister.
Cabinet
But also
minister.
the cabinet ministers S2, and that is a determiner. S2 is what? Plural. And my subject will be plural.
Have.
Yes. Understand? Okay, fine. আমি ঘেমে গেলাম তোমাদের বোঝাতে বোঝাতে। Anyway, now I'm to drop the class. এবার I'm putting an end to the class. Now, this day, you'll be given this task. Ample task will be given to you, right? All the previous PPTs of the class, along with this one. Now, try it at home. Don't take anybody's help. Let it be wrong, no issue, but try at your own. Clear? So this will be your task. Okay. Have a good night.
Good night.
Wish you a very good night. Okay. Thank you.
Sir,
Huh?
hello, sir.
Hello, huh?
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
টাস্ক কোনটা বললেন?
এটা থাকছে, হ্যাঁ, প্লাস আমি প্রিভিয়াস ডেতে যা যা দিয়েছিলাম আর্লিয়ার ডেজ গুলোতে সেই সব পিপিটি থাকবে।
পিপিটি প্রোভাইড করছেন তো?
আমি দিয়ে দেবো। হ্যাঁ,
Sir,
yes, question please. হ্যাঁ,
sir, in case of that unified conjunction, there will be like along with, together with, these all are unified conjunctions. Sir.
all are unified conjunction. Along with, together with, as well as,
In spite
only
of.
with, in spite of, these all are unified conjunction. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
That will determine the first form.
exactly. The first verb is a determiner. Okay.
Sir, kindly please share this PDF.
Definitely. This
workshop.
day I will be sharing with you all these PPTs, all these PDFs with you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the class.